I'm Ellen in Syracuse, New York, and we're talking about our inner critic, our self-sabotage. But how do we get rid of those nagging thoughts that tell us we are not good enough? They cast doubts on our goals, they cast doubts on our accomplishments. The inner critic at work says, you're under too much pressure. You'll never get everything done. No one even notices you. Why don't you just give up? What do you think you're going to work hard and they're going to care? Why don't you just go to the vending machines and get yourself a candy bar? Instead, one of the things that really has helped me lately is every day when I get up to go to work, I've told myself I'm going to work for God. I am doing His work. And you're doing work for God, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a construction worker. Everything we do for God. And if we do that, that really helps silence that critical inner voice. And you know what's funny? I never needed anyone to be critical of me because I was so good at it myself. No one had to tell me that I had trouble losing weight. All you had to do was look in the mirror. No one had to tell me that I was so enmeshed with all my fears and anxieties. I would take that cat o' nine tails. And another thing is, we are a culmination of our whole lives. And I love my family so much. I love them. But they were products of their whole lives. And one of my father's favorite phrases was, you can't ever be happy. Because just when you think you're going to be happy, that phone's going to ring and the other shoe's going to drop. And he didn't say it once. He said it all the time. And you know what? It seemed like he was right. You know, his 32-year-old brother, something fell on him at work, killed him. Can't never be happy. You know, loses his job. Right? Can't never be happy. And I spent so many years thinking, I can't never be happy. And then now I'm thinking to myself, can I? Can I be happy? What makes me happy? Well, this group makes me happy. My husband and family make me happy. Maybe my definition of happy has to change. It's not the number on the scale. It's a faith in God and a knowledge that I will see everyone I love again. It is a knowledge that I'm with people I care so much about. Is it my retirement package? How many people have you seen drop dead with great retirement packages? You hear this story all the time. Oh my God, he retired and dropped dead. It's not about that. It's about the little things, the sunrises, the flowers, the prayers, the being together. We can redefine our happy. And guess what? I can be happy. And it doesn't matter how much I weigh, and it doesn't matter where I work. And if you're sitting there going, but I'm ugly, I'm stupid, I'm fat, there's something wrong with me. How many times have we looked at other people? We grew up, and just the other day I said to my mom, I said, Mom, remember how you always looked at the family across the street with their fancy house and cars? I said, do you realize that you've lived 30 years more than either one of them? What do you think they would have given to have 30 more years with their kids and their grandkids? You think they would have given the fancy house and the pool that you thought was so great? And you know what she said to me? You're so right. You are so right. When I was younger, and you have to realize, she's only 20 years younger than me. When I graduated from high school, she was only 38 years old. I had a baby at 41. My mom had kids out of high school. The thing is, we don't look at other people and say, they're happy, I want to be them. We have to find our happiness within ourselves. And another thing, when you say, you're so fat, no, say, I'm so fat. Don't use I statements, say you. Say, you are so fat, Ellen. I remember this one girl, I heard her talking to herself one day. She goes, you're so stupid, I can't believe you did that. You're so stupid. I go, she's talking about herself in the third person. Why is she doing that? But there's a little power in that. If you try to talk about yourself in the third person, you're almost outside of yourself and you're saying, you're so stupid. And then you say, well, wait a minute. No, I'm not. The first thing you have is you want to defend yourself from this person. So you're so stupid. Wait a minute. No, I'm not. But you say, I'm so stupid. Who's going to defend you with that? You have to have a kinder, more honest attitude toward yourself. You separate yourself from that destructive thought process where you say, you know what, I'm putting the weight back on. I did good in the beginning of Pray It Off, but man, I want to have what I want to have when I want to have it. But wait a minute, I can't do that. Beth said it tonight. When you try to go back to your old ways, guess what you do? Gain weight. And it's not just about what we weigh in the morning, what we weigh at night. It's what we are as people. That is the biggest thing. And you know what? I regret that I ran the other way when I saw my Weight Watcher leader. Because what I should have said was this. It is so good to see you. And you were so helpful to me when I needed it the most. There's a lot of lessons I need to learn still. Didn't quite learn them then, but there's hope that I still will. Because I took that hope and we started this group together. So even when you might be feeling some shame, yeah, I was with you at that job and it really didn't, wasn't the job for me, but I learned a lot there. Even in our worst moments, we learn a lot. So here's more about ending the self-sabotage and making good on your dreams. So often when we reach a place where we feel so happy and successful and good, and do you ever do this like, oh, he's such a great boyfriend and I really, really like him, but, maybe if I, tested him a little bit and said, say like, you don't really love me, you're doing this or that, you pick a fight, you create drama. And you guys might not believe this, but there's been a few times in my life where I've created drama. I know it's hard to believe. Hard to believe. I have taken a mundane, normal day and created drama. Because then if you create drama and there's tension and there's strife, you don't have to worry about eating healthy and moving more. Because you're like, I have trauma and strife, I have to eat. And then you think, wait a minute, didn't you just create that drama and strife? And how many times have you sat back and said, well, I had my period, or I had this, or I had that? We need to stop creating drama or picking fights or testing other people. And when you're stumbling, even though everything appears to be going well, if you're feeling stuck as though you've plateaued, it's possible that you're sabotaging yourself. And so many people say, I'm just too busy to focus on my dreams. I can't tell you how many people have quit Pray It Off over the years because they said they were too busy. I'm just too busy. Too busy. Really? Really? You're too busy to make yourself a priority? You're too busy to concentrate on eating less, moving more, and your health? You're too busy for that? And then you know what else it says to do in this article here? For 2 days this week, write down everything you do during the day and see how much time you waste. I used to play all these online games because people were expecting me, words with friends, I better answer their word for friends. I don't have time for that. I get at least 50 to 60 emails a day. I want to answer them all. Can't. Don't send me a forward. Don't send me a funny joke because I won't read it. Because how much time can you waste reading those funny email jokes or going on Facebook and going troll, troll, troll? I don't have time for that. You look, even TV. I'd love to watch The Voice. I bet you I would really like The Voice. I don't have time for that. I take the battles we can. If you feel stuck, no matter how hard you work, stop pushing yourself. Trust that it will work out. Don't be obsessed about the scale. Tony, who did his 50-pound award testimony 2 weeks ago, he didn't say, the reason I won this is because I'm obsessed with it. Every week I'd want to kill myself if I didn't lose a pound. He just said it, lived my life. Experimented with new foods, moved more, lost 0.4, 0.5, whatever pounds a week, just kept coming, just kept doing it. We're going to live, whether you're in this group or not, God willing, we're going to live. We're going to have challenges, we're going to have issues and problems, and I say we're in it for the long haul. And that inner critic saying, but Ellen, I'm from session 1 and I still haven't lost any weight. You know what I say to you? I'm so glad you're here. We're still trying together. We're still working together. Your brain will continue to try to puzzle out a solution even if you just let it go. Have you ever tried to remember someone's name? Oh, I went to high school with him. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? I don't know. And then you go through the alphabet. Was it Alvin? Was it Bob? Was it Charlie? Then the next morning you wake up and you go, oh, it was Charles Spear. It just comes out of nowhere. Because your mind and your spirit and God are still trying to help you. Also, so many times people do so much research. Well, I want to join Critic, and I've done all this research on all these diets, and I've read all these books, and I've done Googles on exercise, and I've watched videos. You know what I say to you? Eat a little less, have some oatmeal, some turkey, a spinach salad, and strap on your sneakers and go for a walk. Boom, there's all the research you need. Kashi cereal, a flatbread, 100-calorie flatbread with some chicken, a salad with some fish. Boom, research done, go for a walk. You don't have to follow the paleo, low-carb zone. I mean, maybe that'll work for the short term, but life is just doing a little bit at a time. Am I on 2 or 3, Bob?
2.
All right, stop right there, honey. And I'm going to whip through